guys. I know that I haven't posted in a while and I'm sorry about that, but I needed some break from social media overall. I think some of you noticed that I haven't been on Instagram too. I feel like I've started to miss making videos, so I'm gonna do one today. I'm gonna go out and start this video with a morning run because going out for a walk is always a good idea to make us feel better. I'm gonna listen to this playlist that I made. It's called Alive. Like how it's supposed to look like. There are still lots of pulps, which was because the juicer was stuck, but it still tastes good. This is my favorite part of the day. I have my juice, I have my Kindle. I like to just sit out here. I'm currently reading I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. It's her memoir. This is actually the first time I'm reading a memoir, I think, and I really like it. I didn't expect to really like her writing style, and I think it's just really inspiring to be able to write something like that. I'm actually at 90% of the book, so I'm just gonna sit here until I finish it, and then I'm gonna go back inside and have my breakfast. I know that I'm no longer an international student and I'm no longer studying abroad, but I would still like to help you guys find your accommodation or like student housing, whatever you want to call it. So I would like to once again talk about Amber Student. It is an online student platform that can help you find a student housing based on your preferences. So just within one website, they have a list of many different student accommodations. And yeah, as you can tell from the term, student housings are accommodations that are exclusively for students. So I mean, as an international student studying abroad for the first time, I just feel a whole lot safer if it's just for students, and the facilities that they offer are usually well equipped for students' needs. It is very easy to use, so of course it is very convenient. You can just browse through one platform. By the way, it is available in so many different countries, and like I studied in Australia, and in Australia itself it is available in many different cities. I'm going to show you how to do it. You can just go to the link in my descriptions and type the name of the university that you're going to, and then they will give me options of housings that are closest to my uni, so I can just walk and I can save a lot of time and money. If you have more preferences, you can also add it, like maybe room type, your budget, move-in date, and so on, and then they will curate the suggestions based on those preferences, and you can do your personal research. You can compare the housings that are available. If you click on the housings, you can actually see the details of the facilities that each housings offer, plus the room types, the prices, the photos of the facility, the photos of the rooms, and you can also do a virtual tour, so you don't have to do an in-person inspection, which also saves a lot of time and money for you. Once you've made up your mind, you can just click online booking, and the booking assistant will contact you and help you throughout the entire process, including the post-move-in process, just to make sure that everything has gone smoothly for you. They have a 24/7 customer service, so if you have any questions, just go ahead. Even though they're like an intermediary platform, platform. There are no hidden charges or extra fees. You can actually prove it yourself. They offer some great deals as well. And you know what? This is actually the perfect time to book an accommodation because a new semester is approaching soon. So if you book right now, you can still have plenty of options. So just go straight to the link in my descriptions and book your dream accommodation for your study abroad journey. I am gonna tidy up my room. I know you're probably sick of hearing people say that in order to be productive again or like get your life together, you have to organize and tidy up your room. I'm tired of it too, but it does work. So this is the state that my room is currently in. I tend to just put things on top of my drawers when I get home, and I haven't wiped the surface in a few weeks, I'm not gonna lie. There's also that. So honestly, it's not like super bad, so I think it's just gonna take like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Is I don't think that this is related to the video whatsoever, but I did mention something about reading like earlier in this video, so I want to talk more about books. I did make a bookish vlog a few months ago and I haven't really made another one, but I guess I'll just talk about it here. My target was to read 50 books this year, and so far I've read, wait, let me check. I don't use Goodreads anymore. I prefer Fable now. I think the layout is just cuter. Like, look at this. So I've read 26 books this year. Okay, anyways, this is actually the whole point of this part. I want to show you guys that I created a Notion page solely for like anything books related. So like the thing is, since this year I don't really read fantasy anymore. I've read more books that actually have some good quotes and lessons. I feel like when I read fantasy, it's just pure entertainment. I got the inspiration to create this Notion page because I don't want to forget the things that I learned from each book. So I want to compile it all together. So I have this bookish things page and I put this cute header. So this is what I read in March. I have all the books here. This is not even the best part. I want to show you that if I click on, for example, Normal People, I love Sally Rooney, by the way. I have another header, so like that is basically the aesthetic that I picture for Normal People. Other than the lessons, I have my favorite quotes from the book. And since I just finished I'm Glad My Mom Died, the memoir that I read earlier in this video, I have started 2 more books. I kind of like to read 2 books at the same time. So one of them is the non-fiction type, the personal development type of book. The other one is the fictional book, because even though I want to read non-fiction books, I still get bored at one point, so I need to switch it up with the novels, and it's been working great. So far this year, my favorite books are The Midnight Library, and I'm not even done, but I have been loving Beautiful World, Where Are You? So far, I think it's gonna be in my top 3. I'm about to do my makeup, and I figured that I'm gonna talk to you guys as if we're on FaceTime, because I do realize I've been inactive on YouTube for like, I think the last video that I posted was during Ramadan, so it's been almost 2 months, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I've also been inactive on Instagram as well. I actually deleted all my social media apps off my phone, so I now don't have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, even though like none of you actually know my Twitter username because I just use it to get updates on my favorite artists and for Formula 1. Someone actually sent me a message on Instagram asking me where have I been, because I think I was off of Instagram for like 3 weeks and then I went back for like 1 or 2 weeks. Now I deleted them again because I feel like I still needed more break from socials. So the thing is, I never really intended to take a break from social media or even from YouTube when I moved moved back to Indonesia, I just want to keep posting because I did start the channel before I even planned to move to Melbourne. But I just kind of got overwhelmed and I wanted a break from social media. I didn't have the motivations to make videos too. Honestly, it wasn't even just YouTube or social media. I kind of took a break from everything that was going on in my life. It was kind of my downtime phase, if you will. It was kind of a hard time for me to adapt, and I actually posted something on TikTok about it. I think the title was something like Life After Living Abroad or like Studying Abroad. Well, if you haven't, I think you should check it out if you want to because it kind of gives some context of what's been going on with me. Honestly, I think that post is the most vulnerable I've ever been publicly on social media. I didn't have anything in mind when I posted it, but then it became my biggest traction on TikTok yet. I think it was because it was such an original content and thoughts and feelings that I think it's always worked better than following trends on TikTok. But yeah, I posted it not because I wanted traction, but I don't know, it felt right at the moment. Like I just wanted to do it and express my thoughts and feelings. But then it started getting traction because, well, apparently a lot of people who have studied or lived abroad really related to it, and a lot of people said that they couldn't have put it into words, but then I did, and it really described what they were feeling or what they've been through. And then people started interacting with the post, and a lot of people shared their experiences and feelings on the comment section. It became sort of like a community thing, like group therapy space. Some even came from students who are still abroad, but their time almost come to an end. They've been scared of leaving, and that post kind of made them more scared. And I have to say, I never intended to like scare people off with that. But I feel like no one told me about the effects of like going back home. I just hope that instead of scaring people off, it gives people more awareness and like be more prepared of what might come next in their lives if they're leaving their study abroad country. Yeah, I think a lot of the times people put so much attention into being worried about the culture shock of moving abroad or like studying abroad. People are scared that they're gonna miss home so much and they're gonna feel lonely, which is very valid, by the way. But I was very grateful that I had such a good time with adapting when I moved to Melbourne. But then now I realize that not enough people talk about how hard it is to move back to your country after living abroad, because people would assume that you're just sad you're leaving that country behind and you had such good memories there. But at the end of the day, you're just going back to your home country and it's gonna be home, you know? But I have to say, reverse culture shock is real. Like, I can't even explain it, and I don't think a lot of people would understand unless they've experienced it. But it's such a strange feeling to go back to your home country and feel like things are different, but they're not really different. It's you that is different. So I guess in the past few months, I've been trying to focus on myself and adapting and figure out what I want to do with my life. I really learned a lot about trying not to mourn the past too much and not be over worried about the future, and just be present and be grateful for little things that I have in the moment. So yeah, that's life in the past few months, or should I say that's my life in 2025 so far.